Well, good morning. This is Buddy with Gemini Homestead. I'm gonna bring you to the wood shop today. Uh, Trying to work on building a few of these little butterfly houses, some ladybug houses, some carpenter bee houses, something to get some good insects on the property and maybe get rid of some of the ones that we don't need. Uh, Glad you could come along. It's gonna be noisy and dusty. Uh, won't run you through all of it and bore you with all the details, but let's get started ripping some bolts. Alright, we are back. We have set the saw up. I've taken the guard off just for video purposes. I'm gonna advise, do not run a saw without a guard. I'm doing this strictly for video purposes so y'all can see what's going on. I have milled this lumber down. There's some old boards that I got out of some pallet wood, and I have already milled them down. They were rough cut lumber. So I milled them down to a dimensional 1x. These are 1x8s. That's all I have. I don't have any 1x6s. What we're using for stock is something I need 1x6s. So I've set the saw up. The dimensional lumber be 5.5. And we're gonna rip some boards. Make sure you wear your safety glasses. Anytime you're doing anything like this, make sure you're safety first, whether it's at home, work, it don't matter. You want to be able to be with your families. You get hurt, it's going to be a bad deal. You know, you can't take care of your place, you can't provide. So let's always make sure we look at our safety gear, check it out. I've run through this saw, I use it all the time, so I've already checked it out this morning, pulled the cover off of it and looked. But, let's go through here and let's rip out some lumber. Alright guys, as you can tell, it's mighty noisy, mighty loud up in here, mighty dusty. I'd like to keep you with you the whole time. Of course, like I said, I don't want to bore you, so I'll just be doing it in sections. I'm going to go in and rip a whole bunch of this down, get all my lumber ripped out to what we need, and then we'll be back. Alright, we are back. I have ripped all the boards down to dimensional lumber, and in doing that process, it brought up another mindset I want to tell you. You really have to inspect your lumber before you start laying out and marking. It starts cracking, you got splits, runs with the grain. So, kind of want to, these are all old pallet boards, so, it wasn't like you went down and bought them, thankfully. But it's just as bad when you go to box stores and anywhere else. You can hand pick your lumber the best you want. When you get it home and acclimates, I promise you, 90% of the time it's going to warp when you get it in your environment. But check everything out. I'm going to take this over and I'm going to put it on the chop saw and cut it, and I'll show you exactly what happens. You can see it's all together there, just falls apart. That piece is no good. Throw it to the side. We may use it for something else, we may not. But just always look at it. I'm gonna start laying some of these out, and we'll start marking. I've got my plans out here for our length, angle, measurement, and we'll start laying some of these out. I'll get these laid out, and we'll come back and I'll explain it. I'll show you what we got. we're back here on the table. We're gonna start laying this out. I have squared up all our lumber. Always want to make sure and take one end of your lumber. Do not trust it. Always come back and square it up. I went over the chop saw. I squared all the ends of the lumber so we can start with our measurement. All right, first thing we're gonna do is build our two sides. I'm gonna lay them out. Need to go 21 7/8 down the side. Put your mark. You don't have to do it, but I always run square across it. Come in and mark both pieces. And what we're gonna do, both sides, you gotta have a 45. So what we'll do is we'll come in here, we'll get on our, put our 45 right on the line, come back down both sides. And we take them, they're marked. We know this is coming out. We won't use that. We lay them over here, ready for the chop saw. All right, we got a few of these laid out now. We'll go over here to the miter saw. We're gonna cut our two sides, cut our 45s. And I've already, during this process, I've got the front and the sides cut with the 45s on the end. They're laid out and ready. So we're gonna cut these 45s on the miter saw and get these done, and we'll get our top and bottom cut out. We'll be ready to sand and assemble. Got our little vacuum cleaner on. Try to keep some of the dust down anyway. All right, get our top and bottom cut, and we'll get time to be ready to assemble this thing. See how it goes. All right, guys, we're back one more time. It's going to be our top outer piece. It is 11.5 by 8.5. All right, which I've got to cut 45s on both ends, opposing faces. I would normally do that on my miter saw, but I can only cut up to a 1/8 and miter it. Anything wider than that, I have to come to the table saw and do it on it. So that's what we're going to do. Only thing we're going to do is just clip a 45 opposite each side on each end. See if we can get that done. Make sure we got plenty here. Okay, lock everything down. We're gonna run in here. We're just gonna touch the face of it. Just to get it where we want to. Those pieces right there get you. Alright, so now we cut that. We're going to bring it to the other side. Move our miter gauge over. We just want to clip it once again so we don't lose no length. Alright guys, that's where a guard comes in handy. Like I say, never do this without a guard. I've got a guard that snaps on, it's quick, sits here. It's actually got two jaws on it, keep from kickback. This is your splitter blade right there. And it just keeps your wood from pinching on your saw blade. But always use your guards. Like I say, I took it off so you can be able to see some of this, and then it'll go back on. But We got our top cut. Now we're gonna get our inner top and our bottom, and then we'll move on from there and try to get this thing assembled. Thank you. All right, we got all our pieces cut now. We're back here. We're gonna lay this front out. Not a whole lot to it. Pretty simple. I mean, you can make it as hard as you want to, but I went online. I've done a lot of research with looking up butterfly houses. What is the opening? What is the door? What does the holes need to be? Everything from 3/8 to a 1/2 inch in width, anything from 4 inches up to 8 inches in width. So I went with a standard 3/8 drill bit. It's 5 inches long. That gives you 3/8 by 5. You can lay it on there, space your holes however you want them. I offset mine. Beauty of it is once you make one, you got a pattern. You can cut out multiple from there. I did try to stop a couple butterflies when they come through, see if I could ask them what door preference that they like. I have not got that accomplished yet, but when I do, I will let y'all know, and I'll make a video of it. And I believe y'all will like it, because I sure would like to know, you know, what size they really prefer. But we're gonna lay this out. Just kind of start up here at the top. Just kind of trace around your drill bit. You ain't got to really don't even have to do that. If you find the top center, bottom center, you can lay it out however you want to. Don't have to be just perfect. They probably won't, I don't know, when I find them I'll ask them, but they probably will not mind how it is. We'll just keep going down through here marking, laying this out, kind of offset them where it kind of looks a little different, not just the same everywhere. Like I say, I could get in here with tape measures and squares and start making everything perfect like it's on graph paper, but we're building a butterfly house. I don't want to make things complicated. I want to be able to enjoy them. I want you to enjoy them too. So let's get that marked out. What we're going to do is we're going to come to each one of these points. We're going to drill a 3/8 hole. And then we're going to take a jigsaw. You can use a coping saw. You don't have to have anything fancy. As long as you got a drill where you can drill a hole, you can use a coping saw, a little hand saw, up to a scroll saw, jigsaw, whatever you got available at your home, you can use it. It's no big deal. Simple tool, simple deal. I mean, it's just something fun to do. So let's get these holes drilled, and we'll cut them out, and then we'll come back and start sanding and get ready to assemble. All right, we are back. I have done a little light sanding. Got our finished nailing gun out. We're just gonna put some. I'm using 1 3/4 brad nails. Like I said, you can use anything you want. You don't have to be. I mean, you can glue it, you can screw it. You can get hammer and finishing nails. Make it as simple as what you got on your homestead. It's your house. You don't have to go out and buy anything, however you want to. I mean, you can put glue on it and wrap it with cellophane, hold it all in place square, and when the glue dries, it'll be there. It's not have to be structurally sound, just hanging up for butterflies. Unless I get that chance to meet them, we'll find out if they're scared of anything, and so we can go back and put some screws in then. Now, guys, we're gonna lay this out. We're going to stand it up, square up your end, get it flush, use the pin nailer. So, as always, wear your safety glasses, be safe, get it flush. Just come down through there and put your few pin nails in, and then we'll square it up once we get there. Don't put your hand anywhere you're going to nail, because the nails will go through there. They will turn sideways. I hadn't seen too many of them that go straight to line. They're going to follow the grain of wood. Lay this one up there. We're going to finish it out. Get it square. You see, I got this up on a piece of old oak tabletop. So this flat. This is an old runoff table. Just an old table I had that I use as a runoff table from a table saw. I can shorter pieces, I can leave it, narrow. If I'm ripping sheet goods, I can turn it around a long ways, put it in there, lock the wheels. That way, if I'm running full sheets of plywood or something, got a place for it to go besides getting out there heavy or using a roller at the end. It just makes it a lot more convenient and safe for me. You get a piece of plywood out there, I don't care if it's 1/4 inch, it's gonna start bowing, it's gonna bind your blade up, it's gonna kick back on you, it's gonna hurt you. So you always wanna try to have something. I'm gonna put the bottom end down here, get it in square, tack it in place. Get down here below my finger, that's just what I need is a good old staple in there. And we got a jam. Technicalities, get technicalities. Alright, jam is out. Let's move on. The other side up there, make sure you get it square. So you don't have to get real crazy with it. It'll fall into place on its own. It'll all get square when it gets there. Get it all flush up there where it needs to be. Start nailing the sides on it. Kind of watch this front one. It'll get a little crazy with you. Bump it back a little bit. Where we can get a hold of it. Alright, that part is done. Take it, we got the front, we'll clean our holes out, clean that up. Now we'll start assembling the top. Let me get it laid out here. Put it together. Basically, you're going to take your top and we're going to get it centered, get it on there. We'll get all the angles shown right, and I'll show y'all all that here in just a second. I gotta go grab my measuring stick so we can get it centered so it don't look, and you know, like I said earlier, to keep it as simple as you want, but I kind of like for it to look like it is centered. So let's measure that. Okay, we found our measuring tape, square, we marked it all out. We found our center of our board. Got that laid out there. Also laid out reference points on here. We'll take it, all 4 of these connecting. We're going to take, we've got a drill sitting here. We're going to drill, pre-drill, countersink, some screw holes in that so we can put some screws, connect this to it. Just want to make sure, I always take the board off and do it. I can set the drill bit depth, but make sure that your screws are not too long and it'll go all the way through your head. But we're going to take it over here to vise and get this drill. We'll be right back. Alright, we're putting the last of it together, screwing this top on. Get it done. All looks good. See if she'll fit or we're going to have to go to sand. Well, all come out real good, real tight. That's the way you want that top. You want it to be tight, you want it to be snug. That's what's holding it on. You can take and pop the top of it right there, work it. The more you work it, the better it'll get. Take it off, put it back on, easy. And that one is down to the fine sanding and a little bit of paint. Well, that about wraps it up on that one. Let's see, oh yeah, we're gonna talk about, also, let me get this other box and show you, and I'll be right in here. Where'd I put it? Okay, doing a little research. You want to add sticks, bark, whatever else you can down into it, just to kind of give a little bit of habitat, you know, that they can get in there and live, to be able to enjoy life, make them try to stay around and do what they're supposed to be doing. This top, to me, is pretty easy. Also thinking about making some with the front where you can open them, maybe with a little clasp or some magnets. But as of for right now, this is the one little plan that I found online and went with. And there is no set dimensions. I mean, if you'd like plans, just comment, let me know. I can put some plans in there for dimensions. Doesn't matter what size, whatever size makes you happy. Cut it how you want it. It's, like I say, keep it simple. Enjoy it. It's there for the butterflies. We will be back with when we get some ladybug houses and some bee houses going as far as carpenter bees. Anything else we do, we'll have some videos coming up soon. Man, I like it. That fits really, really nice. I was afraid it was going to be a little bit too loose when I cut it. All right, guys. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. Whoa. Hit the subscribe button. It's hot in here. We're in Louisiana. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. And as always, share. Thank you for coming in, checking out our videos. Gemini Homestead. God bless.